Good morning, students. In our today's English literature revision class, we are going to start, or rather to say continue, our revision work from where we have left in our previous class. We were dealing with the chapter number 13, and the name of the chapter was Words of Wisdom. Let's proceed from where we have left out in that chapter, Words of Wisdom. Till here we have seen that Ramaya was going to be hanged because the king believed that he was jinxed, and if he was not going to die, his citizens has to repay about the jinxed attitude of Ramaya. So the king ordered his soldiers to hang Ramaya till death. Let's proceed after that. It was decided that Ramaya would be hanged the very next day. The gallows were prepared. Tenali Rama, who was missing from the court during the king's announcement, knew he had to do something to stop Ramaya from being hanged. When the announcement was made for the hanging of Ramaya, at that time Tenali Rama was not present in the court. So when this news reached his ears, he thought that this innocent person should be saved from this harsh punishment. It was not fair on poor Ramaya. This punishment was not fair for Ramaya. He made Ramaya before he was led to the gallows. Ramaya pleaded over here, requested. Ramaya pleaded, Tenali, please help me. The king will not see my face and I don't know how to change his mind. Means Ramaya requested Tenali Rama to save him because the king was not going to meet him. And if the king was not going to meet him, how Ramaya was going to prove himself in front of the king and save his life? So he requested Tenali Rama to save his life. I did not ask to stay in his palace. I never wished that he remained hungry. It is not fair that I am being hanged for the fault which I have not done. He said that it was not my wish to stay in the palace. I never wished that the king should go hungry. So where it was my fault? And I don't want to be hanged for what I have not done. Feeling bad for the poor man, Tenali immediately thought of an plan. Tenali Rama was very sorry about Ramaya, who was innocent person but was to be hanged by the order of the king. He smiled reassuringly. Don't worry, Ramaya. Tenali said, just do as I say. So saying, Tenali whispered something into Ramaya's ears. Ramaya nodded to Tenali and smiled. Tenali, what he did, he gave some idea in his ears, and after listening to the idea, Ramaya smiled. Then the guards tied up Ramaya and whisked him away to the gallows. The death time had come. The guards tied his hands and pushed him towards the gallows that he was to be hanged over there. At the gallows, the guards asked Ramaya, do you have a last wish? At the gallows, the soldiers asked him, what is your last wish? Remembering Tenali's advice, Ramya jumped at the opportunity, grabbed the opportunity. Yes, I do have a last wish. I want a message conveyed to His Majesty, conveyed to be, forwarded to the King, His Majesty, the King. He also requested that he be hanged only after hearing the King's response. He requested that unless and until the King responded to his, words which is going to forward to him, he should not be hanged. What is your message? Asked the head guard, confused. The head guard was totally confused at what was the message this person was going to give to the king. Ramya said, tell the king, it may be true that anyone who sees my face first thing in the morning goes hungry that day. But it's also true that anyone who sees the king's face first thing in the morning, as I did, must lose their life. He said it's true that anybody who sees my face first in the morning will go hungry. But it is also true that anybody who sees the king's face first in the morning has to lose his life. So who is worse, you or me? So who is the most jinxed person or the worst person, me or the king? After I am dead, everyone will know of your jinx. After my death, everybody will come to know about the jinx of the king. On hearing the message, the king was stunned, confused and surprised. He felt ashamed of his ignorance and of his blind superstition. He ordered the execution to be stopped and called Ramya to his court. He called Ramya to his court after stopping his execution. He apologized, said sorry for his behavior. To Ramya, he said, I am sorry. Please accept these gifts from me and forgive me for my behavior. Means take these all gifts. I am really very sorry for what I did. Please don't speak about this to anyone. Don't tell anybody about this one. The people of my kingdom will lose faith in me if they find out that the king behaved in such an appalling manner, horrible, drastic manner. Ramaya gladly accepted the king's apology and his gifts and returned home as a happy man. He returned home happily. Tenali smiled acquired. He knew the smile. Let's stop till here. We have completed this chapter as a revision work. We'll proceed with our next chapter in our next class, in our next revision class. Till then, thank you.